You, can you hear me?
Oh shit, what the fuck?
These are cases where police officers fall into deadly traps set by criminals, beginning with the ruthless criminal who lured cops to his home only to ambush them.
Who's all in the house? It's me.
At 2 a.m. on February 11th, 2022, Phoenix police officers rushed to the home of 36-year-old Morris Richard Jones III after he reported that armed intruders had broken in and shot his wife.
Phoenix 911, where is your emergency?
Hey, he called the cops in.
There's a gunshot wound.
Somebody broke in his shit.
We had an intruder.
When the cops came, he decided to bang on the cops.
I got that. Can I talk to one person who got shot?
My wife. They came in here trying to rob us. They came in here and robbed us.
The officers quickly reached the residence, ready to intervene and save Richard's dying wife, not realizing they were heading into a trap.
Come on. Come on. You suck our own blood. Come on, bro. Come on. Who's all in the house? Huh? Who's all in the house? It's me.
What's up? Why she keep telling me?
No. I've been shot. No.
Richard opened fire on the officers, with the one at the front taking the brunt of the attack, suffering multiple gunshots to the chest before managing to escape. The other officers were also hit, forcing them to retreat, call for backup, and secure the building's perimeter. Meanwhile, Richard barricaded himself inside the house along with his wife, whom we later learned he had shot, and remained inside after a prolonged standoff. Richard's brother, who was also inside the house, emerged carrying the couple's infant and surrendered to the police. As officers rushed to rescue the infant, whom the brother had placed on the front porch, Richard struck once again.
Hey, come with me. Baby. Door.
I don't want to go live.
I got the baby.
On my live. Oh, Maya, you want to go live with me, Maya? I go live with Maya.
Several other officers were shot, and others were injured by shrapnel during the rescue attempt. Eventually, SWAT officers arrived with advanced equipment to try and save the baby.
Myra, what's up, Myra? Why you keep asking me that I missed you?
Shortly after, SWAT officers breached the home and found the suspect dead on the floor from what was later determined to be self-inflicted gunshot wounds. They also discovered the body of his wife, 29-year-old Shatifa Lobley, whom he had shot. In total, 9 officers were injured during the encounter, with the first responding officer suffering the most severe wounds. However, all the officers survived. In the next case,
now you're lying on my shit.
A deranged individual attempted to blow up the officers who arrived at his home.
James, stay away from your front door.
On December 4th,
I said somebody had called me.
2023, an Arlington police officer on patrol rushed to a residence after hearing what sounded like gunfire. Upon arriving at the apartment, he chose not to enter after neighbors warned him that the homeowner was a reclusive conspiracy theorist who believed the U.S. government was targeting him with spies. The officer later determined that the sounds he had heard were flares fired by the suspect, who had barricaded himself inside. Recognizing the unstable behavior of the homeowner, 56-year-old James Yu, the officer immediately called for backup.
You're not about to send whoever this is.
Stop
shit.
shooting the flares.
She better go sell
Can you
that.
hear me?
She better go hit that blade.
Mr. Yu!
If she ugly, I'm not sending it.
No, don't send her shit. On my life, I'll give back Tuesday.
The suspect continued firing flares for hours into the night, prompting officers to evacuate nearby residents while still opting not to enter the home. Eventually, SWAT officers brought in an armored vehicle to breach the door, as none of the officers were willing to enter blindly, unsure of what kind of ambush might await them.
I would go to a city, like, I'm from Philly, right? So I would drive to Jersey, because Jersey, they pump your gas for you. I had them pump the gas, and I just pull off on niggas.
Up. James,
and I just pull off on them.
We need you to move away from your front door.
Yeah, that's you from Jersey.
James, stay away from your front door.
From Jersey or New York? They don't do that here. Where you from?
I live in Jersey.
As the armored vehicle breached the front door, James opened fire, but no officers were hit as they remained inside the vehicle, while others maintained a safe distance. Unable to reach or communicate with James after breaching the door, the officers proceeded to break through the windows, unaware of the evil plans James had planned for them.
This guy, like, you're really beautiful. He's out like freaking
Yeah. You out here flirting with niggas and shit?
James had retreated to his basement and ignited
you out
kegs
here
of
flirting with
gasoline,
niggas and
triggering a
shit?
massive explosion. The officers attempting to breach the windows were fortunate to be inside a heavily armored vehicle, as the outcome could have been drastically different. Here are various other angles of the explosion.
I don't believe that. We don't believe that,
Fortunately,
do we, Chad?
all officers not inside the armored
No.
truck were far enough from the
Somebody
explosion
just said
to
she
avoid
fucking
severe
lying.
harm, though several sustained non-life-threatening
fucking
injuries.
lying.
The incident ultimately became a body recovery mission for James, who was caught in his own explosion.